You're arrested for OUI. What are some of the defenses to your case? Come on in, I'm Michael DelSignore. In today's video, I'm going to discuss some of the things I look for in defending an OUI case. Well, first thing is I look for the driving. In many cases, the officers will say that your driving was erratic or unsafe, or you may have been speeding. What we do is look to minimize these claims of erratic driving by showing examples of good driving. In other words, if the officer followed you for a mile and says you crossed the double yellow line one time, we point out that prior to that, you were in your lane, you were traveling the speed limit, upright behind the wheel, paying attention to traffic. We try to note any traffic conditions that you paid attention to. Did you go through any red lights? Did you obey any traffic signals? Once the blue lights go on, then there's a second part of your driving. It shows how you respond to an emergency situation. And in most cases, somebody will pull over safely immediately. It's things that can be emphasized and stressed in showing that you were paying attention, alert behind the wheel, and your driving wasn't impacted by alcohol. Second part of the case is we're looking for at the field sobriety test. How's your balance, your coordination? Well, often the officer is going to say you failed these tests. Typically, there's many things you did right. You start on time. You follow the officer's instructions in terms of generally going out the 9 steps, turning, taking the 9 steps back. And often an officer will just say, well, your feet weren't close enough together, or you use your arms. Officers are trained in a very specific manner. There's some leeway in these tests, and many officers don't realize that and make these tests more difficult than they're supposed to be. Finally, we look for your general interaction with the officer in terms of booking. Were you polite, cooperative, respectful? When the officer made a request for you, did you respond immediately? In other words, when they discuss your license registration, it's an example of us showing that you were capable of following simple instructions, didn't fumble for the documents, knew what the officer was looking for. And while the officer is going to say you may have made some mistakes, there may have been some slurred speech, we look at the totality of what the officer said, and there's many points where we'll be able to show normal interaction. And in preparing a defense, our goal is to show reasonable doubt, that there's many explanations for what the officer is saying has one conclusion. If you have any questions about how an OUI defense is formulated, and if you have questions about defenses to your case, feel free to call me. My name is Michael DelSignore. I answer these questions every day. Be happy to talk to you.